All right, what's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Monday kickoff. We bring this to you every single Monday at 8:30 in the morning Eastern Standard Time. So jump in. Good morning, Freedom Achievers. All right, it's Monday. It's a brand new week, a fresh start, another opportunity to build your empire, to grow your business and create a life that you want. But let me ask you something before we dive in. Who are you competing against? Now, most people would say I'm competing against other agents or other entrepreneurs or other professionals in my field. And sure, in business, there are others in your space, people coming after the same clients, the same deals, the same opportunities. But let me tell you something. I've learned over years of coaching, building businesses, and working with some of the most successful people in the world. Your biggest competition isn't the person next to you, it's you. Now, I've been fortunate enough to travel a lot and meet incredibly successful business owners, top producing realtors, high performing entrepreneurs, even world-class athletes. And you know what I see too often? People obsessed with what other people are doing. I see it all the time. People so fixated on their competition that they lose sight of their own path. Think about that for a minute. You're so focused on everything else, you forget about yourself. Instead of focusing on their own growth, their own goals, their own business, they spend hours watching other people doing what they do. They scroll through social media, analyzing every post, even marketing up more, every success story of someone else in their industry. And then they start thinking, what's their secret? Why are they getting more engagement than me? Or why did they close that deal instead of me? Or how did they get that client? What am I missing? That's a tough one because you always feel like something's missing when you're looking at somebody else's success. And they become consumed with the competitors, the success that they're having, comparing their perfect chapter 5 to someone else's worked for chapter 25. And here's the worst part. This obsession with others doesn't just waste time, it creates doubt, hesitation, and fear. Because instead of taking action, instead of working on their own businesses, they get stuck in the loop of comparison and self-doubt. Excuse me. They see someone else win and they start thinking they're behind. They see a competitor making moves and start questioning their own strategies. They hesitate to post, to market, to sell, because they're too busy second guessing themselves. And that's really tough on you and your business. And before you know it, you're paralyzed. Instead of running full speed towards their goals, you're looking to the side. You're watching someone else's journey. You're not focused ahead. Let me give you some real world examples. Think about social media influencers. A lot of them start out with a unique idea, creative content, something fresh to offer. But over time, some of them start focusing too much on what others are doing in a different niche. And then they start to copy trends instead of creating their own. They mimic other people's styles instead of finding their own voice. They spend so much time watching their competition that they forget why they started this in the first place. And what happens? They become average. They blend in. They lose their originality. And that's something, guys, you don't want to lose. Because they're so focused on keeping up with the competition, they forget to stand out themselves. Now, apply this to your business. If you're constantly tracking your competitors' every move, watching their listings instead of working on your own, or analyzing their ad campaigns instead of building yours the way you want it done, measuring their sales measuring their sales instead of improving your own process, then you're letting them control your success. They're literally controlling you without even trying because you're so focused on them. And let me tell you something powerful. The people who are truly winning, they don't really have time to watch all this. They're too busy. They're not watching others. They're too busy working, growing, and executing their own vision. So ask yourself, are you focused on someone else's race that you're slowing down in your own? Because the second you shift your focus back to yourself, your growth, your business, your strategies, then you gain momentum. I used to do the same thing, by the way. I'm talking to you from experience. I used to see other coaches and entrepreneurs and real estate teams and that were absolutely crushing it. And I think, what's their secret? How are they doing that? I want to do that. Then I realized something very powerful. Success doesn't come from watching someone else's playbook. It comes from mastering your own. Now, are you ready to lock in and run your own race? Let's talk about the racehorse. Racehorse mentality. I want you to think about a racehorse. When a horse hits the track ready to run, do you know what they put on them? They put on blinders on them. You've seen them. They're like this, right on their faces. Why? Because if that horse starts to look to the left or right at the other horses, it loses speed. It gets distracted. And just a small moment of distraction can cost it its race. But when that horse stays focused, locked in, and running in its own race, that's when they win. And the same applies to you. I'm not calling you a racehorse, but I'm saying you can't be looking to the left or right of you. The second you start worrying about someone else's doing or what they're doing, the second you start focusing on someone else's progress instead of your own, you lose momentum. And in this game of business and success, momentum is everything. Let's talk about Jordan. You know, I love Jordan. I talk about MJ a lot. The greatest of all time. For just 1 second. MJ didn't become the greatest basketball player of all time because he was watching other people doing what they do. He didn't spend time trying to be better than Scottie Pippen or Charles Barkley or Magic Johnson. He competed with himself. He was famous for this. And every single day he asked, how can I be better than I was yesterday? And that's what made him great. It wasn't about beating the competition. It was about pushing himself to the highest limits every single day, proving that he will outwork everyone. And that's the mentality you need to have. We all know, just based on what we're talking about today, your competition is in the mirror. So let me tell you something powerful. The only person standing between you and your success is you. Not your competitors, not the economy, not the president of the United States, not the market, not social media, not even your past failures or hiccups. At the end of the day, your biggest competition is the person staring right back at you in the mirror. See, we love to blame external factors for why we're not where we want to be. It's human nature. The market's slow right now. That agent's been in the game longer than me. That's for you newer agents, right? You start looking, you go, oh, I just haven't been doing it long enough. They're better than me. They've been in it longer than me. Or I don't have as many connections. I'm not well connected in the industry. Or if only I had more money, more time, more resources, I'd be able to do X, Y, Z. But let me ask you something. Are those really the reasons? Or is it because deep down, you're holding yourself back? Are you doing everything in your power to move forward? Are you waking up every day with a relentless commitment to success? Are you pushing through discomfort, fear, and failure to grow? Or are you allowing these distractions, the self-doubt, and the bad habits to slow you down? Now, this is what we would call the excuses versus execution test. If you want to know who your real competition is, do this. At the end of the day, I want you to go stand in front of the mirror. And I want you to ask yourself, did I give 100% effort today? Did I take real action towards my goals? Or did I just stay busy all day long? Did I have any money-making activities today? Or was I just pushing things around? Did I push myself out of my comfort zone? Or did I take the easy route today? Did I focus on improving myself? Or did I waste time watching what other people were doing? And most importantly, if today was my last day on earth, would I be proud of the way that I showed up? Wow. Wow. Because here's the truth. Success isn't about competing with someone else. It's about the competing with the version of yourself from yesterday. If you're waking up every day and just getting 1% better, man, you're winning. Just 1% better each and every day. One more call a day. If you're developing better habits, you're winning. If you're executing instead of making excuses, you're winning. And if you want a reality check, ask yourself these questions. Are you the kind of person you would hire? Are you the kind of leader you would follow? Are you the kind of agent or entrepreneur or professional you would trust with your own business? Whew. Because if the answer is no, then it's time to level up. Here's the truth about personal responsibility. The most successful people in the world don't waste time blaming circumstances. They take responsibility. They understand that no one is coming to save them. There's no magic lead source. There's no perfect market conditions. There's no secret formula that's going to make success super easy for you. The only thing that matters is how hard you are willing to push yourself. So today, make the decision to stop competing with others and start competing with yourself. Be better than you were last week. Work harder than you did last month. Set goals so big that the old version of you wouldn't even believe them. Because your only real competition, again, is you. Now, I want you to go out there and show yourself what you're truly capable of. You need to. You guys know I wrote a book, The Truth About Failure. And in there, I talk a little bit about being real. On this journey of entrepreneurship, you're going to face setbacks. You're going to hit walls. You're going to have moments where quitting feels like the easiest option. But here's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the raw material that builds it. The only way to truly fail is to give up. The most successful people in the world, they're not the ones who never stumbled. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. They didn't just fail forward. They learned, adapted, and conquered. I wrote The Truth About Failure because I want you to understand this at the core. Success isn't handed to you. It's not an entitlement. It's a war of persistence. You've got to fight for it every day, and you've got to earn it every single day. In the Marines, we didn't learn how to train to fail forward. We trained to win. We train to adapt, push through adversity, and never accept defeat. And that same mindset applies to your business, your goals, and your life. So when you hit the inevitable roadblock, you have two choices. You can sit there and feel sorry for yourself, or you can stand back up, shake off the loss, and get back into the fight. This week, go out there with the mindset that failure is not an option. Treat every setback as a lesson, every rejection as redirection, every obstacle as an opportunity to prove what you're really made of. And if you haven't picked up my book, The Truth About Failure, do it today. It's on Amazon. This book is the battle plan for overcoming setbacks and turning them into stepping stones. Because remember this, if you never give up, you just can't fail. Now, let me ask you, are you ready to stop playing small? Are ready to stop watching others and start building your own path? If you are, then it's time to surround yourself with the right people, because success isn't a solo journey. Now, that's why I created the Freedom Achiever Academy, to give you the tools, strategies, and community you need to level up in your business and in your life. This isn't just another coaching program, ladies and gentlemen. This is a movement. It's a place where serious entrepreneurs and real estate professionals come together to learn and to win for a whopping $9. So if you're ready to make changes in 2025, this is going to be your best year yet. Freedom Achiever Academy is where you need to be. Now, here's your challenge for this week. Before we wrap up, I want to give you a challenge for the whole week. Number one, stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. None of it matters. Be you. Follow your path. 2, set one specific goal for yourself this week that will push you outside of your comfort zone. Get uncomfortable. 3, hold yourself accountable. Be honest. Did you give 100% effort or did you hold back? Because at the end of the day, it's you versus you. Forget the noise, forget the distractions, forget the competition. The only question you need to ask yourself every day is, did I show up as the best version of myself today? If the answer is no, fix it. If the answer is yes, do it again tomorrow. This is a never-ending game. This is how you win. This is how you grow. That's how you build a life and business that you are proud of. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go out there and make this week legendary. Let's get it, y'all. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, please subscribe. And ladies and gentlemen, share this video. Share this video. Go click that little share button. Share it on your social media. Share it in your groups. Share it with people that might need to hear this, because you never, ever know when you can impact somebody's life just by simply putting something out that they can catch on a whim on the day they need it to hear it. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. Coach David Adam Kurz out, and I'll see you guys soon.